So it's day 179. I just had to check then. Yeah, day 179. I am just jumping on now because I was expecting to be walking to the garage to collect my little Emmy, my car, who has unfortunately not passed her MOT. I really did want her back for tomorrow so I could drive to the tattoo studio, and then more so to drive home after you've had a day in the studio. It can be a little bit daunting. Right, that light's flashing, so I'm gonna try and, before it does my head in. Yeah, it would just be nice to have been able to just jump in the car and drive home afterwards, but to be honest, I've not had Emmy for 40 odd years. Not having her for a little bit longer is not going to make a massive difference to my life. Like, if they need to keep hold of her, I just know that I don't know how it works if my MOT runs out and she's still at the garage. And so when I finish this video, I'm just going to do some Googling and see what the situation is with that. I don't know why the light does that sometimes. It's very annoying. So yeah, so that's a little bit upsetting, but I'm hoping that if I just say to them, look, I'm not in any rush, take your time, they might not charge me as much for labour because I'm not kind of pressuring them to say, get it done, like, so if need be, if they need to keep her for a couple of days. He did say he wasn't sure how expensive it would be until he kind of jacks her up and does stuff, but I'm like, surely if you know she's failed her MOT because of certain things, you would know what's wrong to be able to get a quote. But I'm not a mechanic, and it is to do with my brakes, so I'm glad that they have found that and established, because when I was driving, I was noticing there was a little bit of pulling, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I am going to, he's going to text me tomorrow and just give me an estimate and let me know. And hopefully I've put into my little manifesting pot that she is fixed and well and sorted. I did say without any hiccups, but I'm guessing this little hiccup, let's just hope that it's not a huge massive dent in my pocket. But either way, yep, lesson learned, get her booked in for her MOT a little bit earlier than the day before. So yeah, but in other news, I got a letter from the tax man saying I've overpaid tax. Not a lot, but £95, but that's still £95 that I wouldn't have. So I've just gone online and arranged for that to be paid into my bank account, so that's good. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to really talk about. I managed to get my steps in because obviously I walked back from the garage, so today I have managed to achieve, drum roll, yeah, 2.5 miles, which is sad because that would have been 5 miles if I'd have had to walk back to the garage and pick her up. So yeah, tomorrow I probably, because I'm going to be bussing, probably not going to be able to get my steps in tomorrow, but Friday guaranteed, because I've got to, yeah, I'm going to be, just made plans with my neighbour to go out and do some life admin on Friday morning, and then Friday evening I'm out with my bestie. So we always do some mulling around and walking around after we've had dinner, so I'll definitely get my steps in on Friday and hopefully that will make up for tomorrow. But that's it. I just realised that I would rather have these things to learn about the car and MOTs and things, because although I've driven a car before and I've not actually, and I've owned a car, but it was a car that I was renovating, so it was sawn, it was being worked off-road and stuff like that, and when I was renovating it, but so it was never a drivable state, and obviously I've only ever driven cars owned by other people. This is my first car that I've owned, so I would rather learn all this now and get all this experience now, where to me at this stage a car is still a luxury, once my vehicle becomes my home and it's a necessity, then things will be different. But I am grateful and pleased that I am going through these things now with Emmy, when I'm able to understand that these things happen, these expenses happen, and for it to not have a massive impact on my life. Like I said, having a car at the moment is still a luxury. I've been able to get by in my life and travel the world and see what I want to see without having a car. I can go another few days without one. So that's it. Chatting to my friend in Louisiana, the snow they've had there, they've not had snow as deep as they've had since the 1800s. Like they had a smattering of snow in 2008, and prior to that it was 1980 something, but nothing to the level. Like she sent me some photos of her car, and I'm not kidding, the snow on the top of her car is literally 2 feet high. Like the car is almost like smoothed into the ground. And she's like, it's this real light, dusty, powdery snow, like proper blizzard type snow. I mean, even snow that we've had in the UK, it's kind of like quite wet, heavy. Like the videos that are coming up on all the sort of Louisiana and Lafayette, and even Florida, like there's a lot of things in America, because I've obviously started following places that I want to visit when I'm over there traveling, and they're posting, like even Florida has got snow. Like it's global warming is absolutely insane. It's to see these places that, you know, and one of the posts that she's obviously put was that, you know, she's reached in her 30s and never seen snow. And you know, she's like, she's made a snowball, and she works, she fell over at work and caught it on video camera, and she like uploaded that. And I was just a message to just always reply to the video to just say, I know how that felt, I've done it so many times. And yeah, just so many people replying to her posts and to other posts, adults in their 30s, 40s, 50s, saying they've never seen snow like this in their lifetime. And it really did just capture that child essence of purity, of experiencing things for the first time. And something as simple as snow that I love, you know, I love snow. But there are times when I'm like, oh, it's snowing, I want to do that. Like, and there's people in the world that are literally playing in snow for the first time in their life. And it just made me pause. And yeah, just seeing some of the posts and stories saying so many people, like there's so many negative things happening in the UK at the moment, in the US, sorry, at the moment. And to just see these posts of grown adults saying, I felt like a child again, just filled me with so much joy. The little bit of snow. And yeah, it just made me really happy. And it's it really does make you pause and kind of evaluate, and just remind you sometimes to just stop and just observe and enjoy things, because there are people experiencing life that have never, and how lucky we all are to go through the experiences that we have. But yeah, that's my journal entry for today. So my entry is, be grateful that Emmy, whilst is a luxury, is teaching you how to manage the situation when your vehicle becomes your home, to embrace the child within, and to always pause and appreciate the small things that happen in life, and to just enjoy life, every step of it. Everything that happens for you is happening for a reason, and I cannot be I cannot be sad about anything that's happened today. Like, you know, I've got some exercise in, I've cried at my friend playing in the snow, I've laughed at my friend falling, I've got a bit of a tax rebate, you know, my car has failed the MOT, but you know, there's so many lessons in today, and I'm just so eternally grateful that I get to experience them. That's it. So Stacey, I love you. I fucking love the shit out of you. You are you're a good person. You make mistakes. You've learned. You need to learn from them. There's been a few lessons in today that you have learned from, and I'm proud of you for handling them the way you have. I'm proud of you for recognizing that everything that has happened, like so many people be like, oh, I wanted to do it. That's not you. You're still just grateful that you've got Emmy. And it's just money. It'd just be a little bit less money that you'd be able to do things with. I was hoping if she did go through with flying colours that I'd have enough money to get my hair done, but I haven't had my hair done in years, so it's not a big deal. It just puts that off the roster. I want to make sure I've got some money to give to the organisation that I'm volunteering with next month, or in March, sorry. So I'd rather go with grey roots and you know, hair that's coloured how I've always coloured it, and be able to give them some more money, especially supporting them with the cold streak of weather that they're having at the moment. Like, that is people out there that are homeless and displaced. They're not going to be used to this, so it's gonna, I think, as magical as it is for one side of the, you know, the place, there is a side of it that, you know, we try and ignore, that is going to be really struggling at the moment. So I want to make sure when I go over that I've got some additional funds. I would send donations through now, but she only has Cash App and Venmo, and they don't work in the UK. I have no other way of sending her money. Even ordering through the Amazon wish list, it's converting and it's charging me extreme amounts for, like, almost the delivery charges are more than the actual product. So I've just said to her, look, I'd love to be able to send you something and support you now, but I think this is going to be the best thing to do. I'm just going to give you the dollars when I get there, and you can use them for whatever you actually need, rather than me kind of going on and going, oh, that'll fit in my suitcase, and that'll maybe get through TSA, and that's light, and that's not going to take up space. Like, that's going to be the best way. She's the expert. I'm just going over to be a support and a volunteer and an extra pair of hands, and to just show her and support her and give my appreciation for what she does over there. So yeah, just keep being you. I love you. Everyone, anyone and everyone watching, stay warm, stay safe, stay kooky, and I'll see you all for any updates tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to probably be a late one, because I've got to, now I'm going to be getting the bus, I'm probably going to be having to head out. Got to be there at 10:30, so probably going to have to leave here for like 9:15. So yeah, I'm not going to have time in the morning, and then by the time I get finished, which is 5:30, by the time I get back it's going to be 7 o'clock. So it's probably going to be a couple of hours later. Yeah, it will be tomorrow evening, but I'll see you all